Hi there! So I finally have a day off of work, and I was looking, and I've been wanting to paint, but I wasn't sure what, and I saw this little sketchbook that I made with one of my jelly plate prints on it, and I thought, my goodness, those are the same colors as in a daffodil, and I thought, ooh, I have daffodil pictures in my Google Photos. So I went scrolling, and I found this cutie. I took this picture in 2025, and I thought it'd be perfect. Now, I do feel rusty with painting. Like, I painted this one, I don't know, a week ago, and I like how it came out. I really do like it, but it was a struggle. I'm not painting as often as I want to because of the full-time job, and so I don't know what my expectations are for this one. So let's just jump in and see how it goes. My cat can't decide if he wants to be in or out of this room. It's kind of funny. So I've got a big Lindsay Wyrick Craftimo 12 round brush I'm going to use to paint the background. And I also have a Royal Majestic 8 round that I think I'm going to try for the daffodil. Now in the background of this, there are a few daffodils there and some stems. I only drew in one stem and the leaves around that flower. I think I want to do my best to put rough hints at flowers in the background. Kind of like bokeh, I'm not really sure how you say that, honestly. But I don't have high expectations is what I meant to say. I don't have high expectations of this background. I'm just going to let it happen. If it doesn't come out, it's fine. Because again, I'm rusty and I just need to paint. Right. I'm going to use my QOR watercolors. And I'm going to drop them in to the wet background and let them flow. That's why I chose them, because my goodness, they flow so beautifully. Okay, so I'm going to use some sap green. And some I'm looking at my color chart. I don't have a burnt umber. I think I'm just going to do a yellow ochre. I mean, there's no like brown in that. It's kind of like a grayish brown, but I don't know. I just felt like I wanted a dark. That's fine. And then I want to mix up a little bit of the orange that I'm going to be putting on this one and put it in the background. So that is going to be Nickel Azo Yellow and Pyrrole Red. Put a little bit there, a little bit there. Paper's already dry over here. And I have to remind myself that this is going to lighten. So it's okay to get dark. I struggle with dark. Don't know why, but I do. Okay. Man, the point of this brush is just so good. Okay, I think I'll let it dry. I'm tempted to put a little bit of salt in there. In fact, yeah, I'm gonna. Why not? Just have sea salt, and I'm gonna put it up here. It might be too dry, but that's okay. It's fine. And maybe some down here. I don't know. Kind of like that up there, that it's not completely covered with paint. The same as down here. I like that that's not completely covered. I don't know why. I just look at it and I kind of like it. So I'm just going to clean up around these blades of grass, or not grass, the blades of the leaves. So they're a little more defined, and around the petals. And that'll be it, because around these petals it's a little rough. Let's see what's going on here. There. And then I completely forgot in there. Here. Okay. I'm gonna let it dry. I'll be back. So I realized I really like this orange, and I wanted a few more spots. It might overdo it, but I just kind of want hints of it, not just in the corners. I like that. Of course, it's probably because orange is my favorite, but I like that. I also put a little more salt right here, just for funsies. Okay, letting it dry now. Okay, so it's all dry. I really love down here and here. I love the salt spots. Kind of wish I had done more of it now, but if I had done more, it might have been too much. So I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I really like the bumpy edges I have here along the tape lines. It's going to look interesting when I pull the tape up too. Okay, so now I am going to do the center of the flower. So it is yellow with bright orange around the tippy edges of the cup. And then down in the center is more green. And I'm going to put a picture up here so you can see it. But I think I'm going to start with the yellow, and then I'm going to drop in green and see how that goes. So I'm going to start with the nickel azel yellow. And then I'm going to drop in a little bit of the sap green and let it flow. And then I dried off my brush, and then I'm just gonna like manipulate it slightly. Actually, I need a little bit more wet. I dried it off too much. Drop in a little bit more green. And then just draw it up a little bit. So it looks like it's going around the cup. And actually, it looks like it needs to go right up to this, the outside petal here that's foreshortened. Okay, and now I'm going to mix up some of that orange, which is the nickel azel yellow and the pyrrole red, and put it around the edges, and then bleed it into the yellow, which I think I need more yellow. Let it touch. See, I don't want it to touch that green, because I don't want it to get muddy. I like that. I like that. I'm gonna let it sit. Actually, I'm gonna put a little bit more of that. Fill that white spot in right there. Here we go. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the leaves. So the background, I just did sap green, and while I do like the sap green, I wanted them to be a little bit more bright in the front. This might be a mistake, but I'm going to try it anyway. Actually, first, I'm going to wet right here and dab that out, because it's making that petal look choppy. There we go. This one too, I went a little bit over with my paint. Not a big deal. Okay, so I was thinking maybe I would add a little bit of teal green. Oh yeah. Hopefully it doesn't look off, considering I didn't put any teal green in the background, but we'll see. Whatever. Who cares? It's just my sketchbook. Who cares? We'll start with this one up here. A little bit more. That's pretty. I wonder if I should put a little bit of just sap right there to darken it because it's behind the daffodil petals. That's neat. Oh, a little bit here. Okay, and then we can do this one. Oh, it looks so springy already. Yay. I'm going to dry that. I want to put this blade in, but I don't want it to mess with that one, so I'm going to dry it with my sad. Look at this. I've taped it up because I dropped it and this piece popped off, and rather than buying a new one, I taped it up. I do wish that color was over here somewhere. And then I'm going to drop a little bit of sap green in right there too. And then down here, maybe to separate it from that one. A weird angle. I need to fix that. I think it needs to come up like that. It's fine. As I keep playing with it. Actually, that looks weird. I just messed it up. Go. Okay. Let's see, is that dry? Okay, this is going to be a little weird, but I think I'm going to wet an area over here and put in that mix. to kind of bring it in somewhere else, as if it always was there. Ooh, I think that's good. Maybe. Maybe I'll put some salt on it. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to dry that a little bit more just in case it's damp. Okay, I think I'm going to focus on the petals. Now, what color are they? So that is the yellow ochre, which is in the background, and the cobalt teal. I think that could work for the papery effects. Let's see. Let's see. So like there's a little divot right here. I think that works. I think if I just roll with it, I think it'll be fine. Like, just act as if it's right, and it will be. Like that one. Ooh, that's too much. Okay, and then this one has a bunch of darkness on the edge. There. It's like almost all in shadow. I think that's good. Gotta turn it to make it comfortable. I feel like that mix was a little more green, so I'm going to put it in the other petals I've already done so that it, you know, is on all the petals, not just that one. Okay, I think that's good. I don't want to do any more to it. I really like that. Okay, I think I'll work on the center next. Okay, so I do need a little bit of yellow on these leaves around the cup of the center because it's definitely, it's like it's pulling from that. So that was the nickel azo yellow. And I want it watery. And I'm going to pull that down a little bit into those crepey lines, just so it doesn't look so harsh. I don't know if I like it, but it's fine. I just need to live with it for a minute. Okay, I'm going to put a little more nickel azo yellow in the center. It got a little bit pale, and I want it to be bright. And I'm going to put a little bit more of that orange around it. And I'm going to pull down some of the little papery bits on this too. To make it look like it's a little cup. Alright, I'm going to go here now to that little papery section that is around the, it's around the top where the stem meets the plant, or meets the flower. Use yellow ochre for that. And I think I'm dropping a little bit of sap green. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm going to dry that center because I want to keep working on it, but I don't want it to mess up what I've done. Okay, so there is the little stamen. I think it's a stamen in the center here. So I'm going to kind of negative paint around it. I'm going to use a little bit of, actually I'm going to use the mixture I used for the leaves, the sap green and the cobalt teal, and just put some little lines in there. And drag it around a little bit. Nice. And then a little bit more up here. There. I think that's good. Okay, I feel like I want to use a little bit of gouache to really bring in the center stamen. So get my little, this is my little dry gouache plate. It's kind of sad. I feel like I'm wasting it all, but I don't think it's going to re-wet well enough for what I want. Let's see though. It might. Let's use it. Let's see. Okay, so I want to do these little guys. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. In the center. Okay, and then I'm gonna put yellow on top of them. And just kind of let it mix. Actually, let's use a little bit of the orange. Just kind of felt like maybe I wanted to add a little bit of highlight to those up here. I don't think that was necessary. But you won't know until you try, right? It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay. Well, I think that's it. I don't think I want to do anything else to it. I know I could. Actually, I'm wrong. I need a little bit more shadow. Yeah, I need a little more shadow there. Okay, so let's get that teal green. Put it in, and then I'm gonna swipe it out. Actually, that was the color of the leaves. I meant to use, oh well. I meant to use the color that I was using in here, but I guess it's very similar. And this is working, so it's fine. There we go. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm not. Now I'm done. Okay. Finish. Finish it. Oh, it's so pretty. I like it. I like it. This is what I needed. Oh my gosh, I'm so ready for spring. Oh, it's great. I love it. I think it's perfect for what I wanted to accomplish today. It's cheerful and it makes me happy. So, hopefully you can find something that you want to paint today. Let me know what you think. Have a great day. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.